What mode is socialism start with? This is like
Hey guys, it's been a minute, but we're here on Tier Maker with the mathematical functions tier list, and let's just start off with the first one. We got absolute value. Absolute value is pretty boring because it's just reflected across the y-axis. Usually it's, reflected across y equals 0, but you can change that, of course. It's just pretty, honestly, probably D tier. Circle. Circle's neat because it curves, but no matter what you do to it, it's always just a circle. You're not really changing much. Because, you never ever see it be turned into a fucking oval or anything. Probably C tier. Now we got combination. Combination's cool. It's when you combine the, F and G, the graphs of f of x and g of x. And that's cool, because it's, it's not just the same thing. I like it when it's not just, a mirrored thing. That's probably going to be A tier. Yeah. Cosecant, that's cool. This one's cool. I like this. It does this little pattern of, these humps back and forth across the, quadrants 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4. That's nice, Probably also going to be A tier, but just not quite as cool as combination. Then we got cosine. Now this one's just a mirrored image of itself. It's more cool than circle, but just not quite as cool as cosecant there. Not gonna lie, I know cosecant's also just sort of mirrored across the, across the diagonal there, but you can't win all the battles here. Then we got cotangent. Cotangent is also cool. It's like bacon. Bacon's awesome. I think I might like this more than I like cosecant, to be honest, but not as cool as combination still. We got a cubic, basic, curved. That's neat. And you got x to the power of 3. That's kind of epic. Yeah. More epic than a circle, I'd have to say. But not quite as cool as the constant, curvy of the cosine there. Exponential. This one's neat. It's used in a lot of stuff. You can have exponential growth or decay. It's used in other things. You can use Euler's number in it, and that's cool. Yeah, I think that's gonna be B tier. Maybe even a bit more than cosine, to be honest. Come on, there. Linear, just about as basic as it gets, but it's simple, simplistic. Right here we got y equals x. It's nothing to brag about, but it's quality. It's got all the factors that make a good graph, and it's like the first one you learn. It's a classic. It might even go higher. It's definitely not S tier. I didn't even look at this before. I don't even know if we got any S tiers in here, to be honest. Probably not as cool as cubic though, but definitely cooler than circle, despite it just being a line. Logarithmic. Now this one, it goes to infinity, and in the y, it's just really slow at doing it. I guess everything here kind of, no, not necessarily. But it does go to infinity just really slow. It's pretty boring to look at, and I've never really seen any fun usages for it, but I feel there definitely are. It's better than a circle though. Yeah. Probably right there. Because I still like the linear line. Basic. Simple, you know? Polynomial. I mean, we already have a few in here. But just in general, you know, probably gonna be chilling out with the cubic, or probably above the cubic function, maybe even up to B tier. Just because in this you can just have more, because cubic kind of limits it to just x cubed. Quadratic, you know, you got x squared in there. That's neat. It's either, you know, an upward u or a downward u. That's neat. Not really original, I'd have to say, but it's trying to be. I don't even think quadratics are as cool as linear. Yeah. C tier. Right in the middle there. Rational. Rational's neat. It's, you know, like has that little boop where it goes up to, you know, infinity real quick and then kind of just continues on the linear, which in my opinion makes it cooler than a linear. And it might even go high B, to be honest. Yeah. That seems fair. Reciprocal. Now, I know I said that I don't quite like the mirrored image, but I just kind of like how it's rounded off. You know, like when you get like the crust cut off of a sandwich all fancy like, or, you know, when you like curve the corners of a piece of paper. It's kind of neat. That is how curve B. Yeah, that's probably A tier for me. I just really like the way it looks. Okay. Secant. Secant, probably going pretty close to cosecant. Is it cooler? You know what? I think it might be cooler since it starts, you know, kind of with right in the middle. I like that. I can appreciate that. Sine. I think I like sine graphs more than I like cosine graph. Yeah. For me, it feels a little bit more, you know, complex, since I always forget that it starts going positive, because, you know, sometimes the brain don't work so good. Square root, pretty much like the logarithmic one for me in a certain way, but it starts at 0, just like there. It's a pretty awkward, you know, start, but I guess it has to reach 1 somehow, and then it just doesn't really do all that much else. You know, goes to 4, x equals 4, y equals 2, you know, and then it just continues really small, like, and it doesn't go negative, and that's neat. Yeah. I mean, logarithmic also doesn't go negative, but it doesn't ever touch 0. This one does touch 0. I'm just trying to think, does that make it cooler or less cool? I don't know. I guess I don't know if I have an indifference to it touching, you know, the origin. I mean, my current top tier 1 touches the origin there, but it's a combination. I guess, you know, can that always... I guess, I think there are ones that don't touch the origin. I'm pretty sure there are. Yeah, there's gotta be. It's been a while since I've done any math. But square root. I think I'm digging it more than logarithmic, but it just doesn't quite make it up to, you know, its cousin over here, the quadratic. Then we got tangent, which, you know, is just like cotangent, but, you know, squiggling the other way. And when I imagine cartoon, you know, clip art style bacon in my head, I kind of imagine it coming, you know, from positive y to negative y, like in cotangent. So I think it's just behind it. Yeah, I think that's a fair assumption to make. Okay, So this is my my tier list of mathematical functions made by GMIN Hertz down there, as known as on Twitter. I'd like to see what you guys have to say on this. Leave a comment, leave a subscribe. I'll put the link to this in the description so you guys can try it out yourself. Maybe upload your own takes, hot takes, maybe judging them on complexity other than, you know, just how they look. I mean, yeah. It's fun. Fun with graphs. Okay, guys. Peace out.